Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
A millionaire accused of writing bad checks totaling more than $1 million to Bellagio fails to show to court. Good morning and thank you so much for joining us on 7 at 7. I'm Cynthia Puga. In business, brought to you by G-Bank, your best banking experience ever. An arrest warrant has been reissued for a Massachusetts millionaire who failed to appear in court on Wednesday to face charges for allegedly writing 2 bad checks to Bellagio totaling $1.5 million. Court documents show Daniel Burrell wrote checks for $1 million and $500,000 for cash and chips at Bellagio. The casino later discovered the account had been closed. Burrell was arrested on a warrant from Clark County in September and released on a $10,000 bail. A status check hearing has been scheduled for October 21st. Burrell's attorney declined to comment on the case. In top stories, sponsored by Nevada Hand Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. An Ellis Air Force Base officer could be facing new criminal charges after being previously accused of sexual assault. According to an arrest report, a girl whose age was not given told police that Lieutenant Colonel Kevin DeFalco raped her and committed lewd acts in front of her. The charges of lewdness DeFalco faced were turned over to the military court process, which were withdrawn and dismissed in June. But because they were dismissed without prejudice, there's a possibility that he could be charged once again. Police are asking for the public's help in identifying a man whose body was found dead on the side of a road on I-15 Sunday morning. This sketch is from the Metro Police Department, who described him as 5'8", 165 pounds with short brown and gray hair and a mustache with a small beard. Police say he was last seen wearing an orange long-sleeve shirt, gray t-shirt, gray pants, and brown and blue hiking shoes. Anyone with information is urged to call police or Crime Stoppers. The temporary Flamingo Road Bridge for the F1 races will be installed this weekend, and construction is set to begin on Sunday at 9 p.m. until October 19th. And this time, the bridge will be scaled down to 2 lanes instead of 4 after it caused access issues to multiple businesses last year. The 2-lane bridge will be fully operational for all eastbound traffic on Flamingo, and the westbound traffic will continue to use general purpose lanes through the intersection. As we get closer to the November general election, our 7 at 7 anchor Lena Bleets explains one of the 7 questions voters will need to fill out on the November 5th ballot.
So question 4 would remove language from the Nevada state constitution that authorizes the use of slavery as criminal punishment. Supporters of the measure say the current language, which prohibits slavery and involuntary servitude except as punishment for a crime, is offensive and unnecessary. Opponents say the change could have unintended consequences when it comes to prison work requirements and sentencing defendants to community service.
On Thursday afternoon, Vice President Kamala Harris was in Las Vegas taking questions from Latino voters, which was hosted and broadcast by Univision. During the hour-long event, Harris said she wants to fix the broken immigration system, which includes signing into law a bipartisan border bill. Former President Donald Trump will also have a chance to address Latinos in a similar event being held in Miami that will also be broadcast by Univision. In your weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. Unseasonably warm conditions continue with a bit of sunshine and clouds throughout the day, with a high in the upper 90s before temperatures begin to drop. Now let's take a look at the rest of the week. We'll be dealing with temperatures in the mid to low 90s as a slight cooling trend begins this weekend. And looks like by next Thursday, we should be dipping into the 80s. Overnight lows stay lingering in the 60s.
Sports sponsored by PT's Taverns, your place to watch all the sports action. With over 65 locations, there's a PT's near you. Visit ptstavern.com. The Rebels are up in Logan, Utah. UNLV taking on Utah State tonight. UNLV is coming off of a heartbreaking loss to the Syracuse Orange in overtime last week at Allegiant Stadium, which knocked the Rebels completely out of the AP Top 25 poll. This is the second Mountain West game of the season for UNLV. In their conference opener, the Rebels decimated Fresno State 59-14. UNLV is looking to get another Mountain West win here tonight. Kickoff is set for 6 p.m. in Utah against the Aggies.
In Your Health, brought to you by Centerville Senior Primary Care. Discover primary care focused on you. City National Arena will be hosting an ice skating charity event this weekend. Skate to Eliminate Cancer Vegas will benefit the Scott Hamilton Cares Foundation and Cure for the Kids. The event begins with a frozen 5K on Saturday, with participants invited to skate 35 laps to honor those who have been impacted by cancer. The Skate to Eliminate Cancer Ice Show will be held on Sunday at 4 p.m. and will be featuring national champion and Olympian ice skaters. Fans can register at fundraise.scottcares.org.
Sports betting brought to you by the Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. Saturday's college football schedule is highlighted by a Big Ten showdown between number 2 Ohio State and number 3 Oregon. The visiting Buckeyes are 3-point favorites at the Westgate Superbook, with Oregon plus 135 on the money line. The total is 54. Also, Texas is a 14-point favorite over rival Oklahoma. The Sooners are plus 450 on the money line, and the total is 48.5. Ole Miss is a 3.5-point favorite at LSU. The Tigers are plus 140 on the money line, and the total is 64. Vegas Nation brought to you by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app today. As of the latest Raiders injury report, 16 players are dealing with injuries, in addition to losing star defensive tackle Christian Wilkins earlier this week. Captain Max Crosby spoke on how he's trying to help this team get over the adversity and prepare to face the Steelers.
It's a mindset, you know what I mean? It's a skill. You don't just wake up one morning and be like, all right, I'm gonna just handle all this adversity and roll on and keep, just going along with my day. You have to train yourself mentally to be at your best when it's its hardest.
Now for entertainment, sponsored by Arizona Charlie's, has live entertainment every weekend at both locations. Go to ArizonaCharlies.com to see who's playing. An actor from the 1997 film Vegas Vacation had some harsh words for the now imploded Tropicana. Ethan Embry posted his thoughts on X after the historic hotel casino's implosion, saying he lived there for 4 months while shooting the film. He went on to call it an unlivable environment, followed by good riddance. But his rant didn't stop there, as he replied to other users commenting on his posts, expressing his disinterest in the Trop. In Lifestyle, brought to you by LV Craft Shows, has been bringing you the finest craft and gift show since 1999. Visit lvcraftshows.com for upcoming events. A CCSD teacher was awarded $100,000 in a nationwide competition after beating out more than 900 applicants. Students cheered as teacher Alex Betchler was greeted with a red carpet and the check.
To get to this point, you don't get to this point without having a great team behind you. So thank you for supporting all our crazy requests.
He says $70,000 will be going towards manufacturing equipment for his classes. Thanks for watching 7 at 7. You can watch us Monday through Friday on streaming platforms like Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and YouTube. Join us weekly at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. to get the latest Las Vegas news updates.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.